What's going on, guys? Sam here, and today I'm going to be covering my Barrier Statue Stun deck for the July 2020 format. I love Barrier Statues. It's one of my favorite decks I've played over the last few years, and I figured I'd update it for the channel here. So let's get into the profile. For the monsters, we're playing 3 Inspector Border. Inspector Border is great going first because it negates all monster effects. It's just really huge for that reason. Not a lot of decks can come back from this card just being resolved turn 1 on the play. Then we're playing the 3 Fossil Dino. Negating all special summons is huge, and being able to flip and blow up the board if, we're going second or whatnot, that's pretty great. The 1 of Banisher of the Radiance. This, just banishing stuff is pretty huge right now. There's a lot of graveyard-based decks, and being able to shut that down with a 1600 meter is pretty great for this deck. The 1 Thunder King Ryo. We do a lot of searching and adding cards from the deck to hand in this current format. He's 1900 also, which is pretty huge, hard to beat over without a special summon. And being able to tribute him to negate a special summon if he's our only floodgate type effect on the field, it's also pretty huge for this deck. And then for the 2 Barrier Statues we're playing in the main deck, we're playing the 2 Storm Winds. Wind's the worst attribute going into this format currently, so you can definitely swap this out for whatever's relevant in your metagame, but I felt like Wind was the best catch-all currently. For our spells, we're playing with the 1 Card of Demise, the 3 Pot of Desires, and the 3 Pot of Duality. I don't have a full set of Extravagance. I do have 1, but I'm waiting on the other 2 to come in. But right now, this is what I used to play back in 2016, 17, 18, and this has worked great all of those years. Obviously, I played more Demise when it was not restricted, but this does allow you to dig through your deck at a pretty quick rate already. I would probably cut 1 of the Desires, and then a few of the trap cards, and add the 2 Extravagance, or the 3 Extravagance to kind of draw through your deck. But these have kind of got the job done for now. Then I'm also playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone to blow up back row. Mainly, it's really good against Eldritch. You can swap this for Twin Twisters if you're not too worried about Eldritch, but I do like the Cyclone for that matchup. And then the 1 of Necro Valley to shut off graveyard effects. Same reason we're playing Banisher. You can play Dimension Fissure, but this is just a little bit of a different effect that I personally liked a little bit more. For the first half of the traps, we're playing 3 Solemn Judgment, 3 Solemn Strike, and 3 Dark Bribe. I was playing the full 9 strikes, or 9 Solemns before, but I felt like Warning didn't do enough in this current format. Solemn Judgment catches everything, it's huge for this deck. The strikes are pretty great for, just random things like link summoning and tokens and whatnot. And the Dark Bribe is here to protect your board the best it can. For the rest of the traps, we're playing 2 Phantom Knight's Sword, 2 Phantom Knight's Wing. These are here to protect your monsters and keep them on the board as long as possible. 2, there can only be 1. Every monster in our deck has a different type, so this is pretty huge for it. Then we're also playing the 3 Evenly Matched and the 3 Imperm. This is for going second. It's the best things that we can do. Hand traps aren't the best in this deck because of Inspector Border, so we kind of had to adjust to our suite. The Evenly Matched are here. We can just go to battle phase on our turn and just wipe the board, and then the Imperms are our pseudo hand trap that we can play through with the Inspector Border on the board. Also, we can just set these cards, and they are alright to just activate as trap cards to kind of help balance the game out with the Evenly Matched or negate effects with the Emperor. So the main deck's 41 cards. Let's get into the side deck. We're playing 3 Ghost Reaper. This is my hedge against some of the combo decks. We do have a lot of space in our extra deck to kind of take advantage of the fact that we can just banish a random thing, hopefully get rid of stuff. A lot of decks really use Halki 5Rex as a crutch, so being able to use the Ghost Reaper and hit that, it's pretty huge. Then we're playing the 1 Light Barrier Statue, 1 Fire, 1 Earth, and 1 Water. Definitely you can tailor these to whatever's in your metagame, but I wanted more monsters to bring in, especially for going first, and more statues are always a great thing. These ones are all not as good as the Wind one, but they are great against certain matchups. So like you can bring the Water one against Salamangreat, the Earth one against Eldritch, and kind of just, adjust your Floodgate monsters based on what you're playing against. Then we're playing the 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance and the 1 Imperial Order. Just shutting out on spell decks, like Sky Strikers, is pretty huge. Imperial Order can win the game by itself. So it may seem counterintuitive because we do rely on our draw spells quite a bit. But going first, usually we can resolve at least a decent amount of spells to kind of build up our hand, then flip an Imperial Order during their draw step or their standby phase, and lock them out. Then we're playing the 3 Waking the Dragon. This is just because usually in game 2, people will bring in more back row hate. So if they hit this, we can just kind of pop out a huge monster. The 1 Starlight Road. This is great because of Twin Twister or any other like evenly matched or random other things that blow up 2 targets. We can pop out a Stardust. We can also just negate the effect. This is a May effect, so you don't have to summon the Stardust Dragon. Let's say if you have a Pachycephalo, you can just use the Starlight Road to protect your board. And then the 1 red reboot, just to kind of get rid of traps if we need to. For extra deck, we're playing double Abyss Dweller, Tornado Dragon, Castel, Baguska, Cowboy. These are our Xyz monsters that we play, just a random rank 4 package. You can play the Utopia double package, Utopia the Lightning, but because I'm playing the Ghost Reaper, I had to kind of cut a few things, so I felt that these were the best ones. Cowboys just for time, Abyss Dweller locks out graveyard decks, Tornado Dragon can out random things, the Castel and Baguska are great against, just random matchups, so mainly the Castel is here to answer some problem threats that we aren't able to handle normally. We can almost never go into these because of the way our deck's made. We just can't special summon them out, but they are good to have just in case. Along the line, we're playing the 1 Cerberus and the 1 Phoenix to answer special summon monsters that are already out there before we resolve our Pachycephalo or our Inspector Border or whatnot. And then the Phoenix is here to just handle problematic back row. Our 2 Waking the Dragon targets are the Naturia Exterio and then the Ultimate Falcon. You can't really answer the Ultimate Falcon, and then the Exterio locks out spells and traps, so just kind of to lock out the game that way. The 1 of Stardust Dragons here for the Starlight Road. Then for the Ghost Reaper targets, we're playing 1 LP, 1 Striker Dragon. I really hate Dragon Link, and there's different choke points, and these are 2 of the ones I have found that can help stop that. Their board's really hard to break going second, so being able to hopefully hit these in Game 3, Game 2, whatever, with the Ghost Reaper is pretty huge. The 1 of Kagari, just a little bit of something to hit the Sky Striker matchup, because Sky Strikers can actually just kind of wear us down pretty quickly. Their Ray is actually bigger than most of our monsters inherently, so just being able to kind of hit the Kagari, slow down their resource gaining, and win from there. And the 1 Hulk, almost every deck plays Hulk, so being able to hit that with the Ghost Reaper is pretty huge. So that's it for the side deck, or the extra deck. So that's it for the deck profile. Tell me what you think. I really like this kind of configuration currently. I'm not playing the Moon Mirror Shields, the Mage Armors, or any of the other random equip spells because I wanted to focus in on some of the other interruptions with our traps. Space was kind of tight, but that is something to try out, and I may be doing an updated list later on, hopefully in the next month or so, incorporating the Moon Mirror Shield, the main Mage Power, and whatnot. And then I think it's Armory Call that we have, that's a trap that can search those things out on our opponent's turn during combat, which is pretty huge. The side deck and extra deck package, you can definitely drop some comments down below. These 2 things are completely up to you guys though for your metagame. This is just what I found has worked for me, but you can definitely swap this out for whatever you feel is necessary. But yeah, remember to check out my links down below, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.